If you've ever considered buying a Formula One car, there are generally two primary approaches. One option is to acquire a heritage car, which is a vehicle that has been previously raced. However, this route requires substantial financial resources, as you would need to participate in private sales or auctions to bid on the latest cars released by racing teams. Just recently, Hamilton's Mercedes-AMG Petronas W04, which he drove during the 2013 season, his first with the team, was sold by Sotheby's on November 17, 2023, for a whopping $18.815 million. The auction was held in Las Vegas on the same weekend as the Formula One race. However, this price only covers the car itself and doesn't include the expenses associated with hiring engineers and mechanics each time the car is taken to the track. Moreover, maintaining the racing parts, which were manufactured separately and often break down, adds to the overall costs. For instance, a 1998 Benetton, recently sold for around $500,000, has had its engine, wishbones, suspension, and gearbox replaced to meet racing specifications. However, the gearbox can only endure 300 miles before needing replacement. This short lifespan is because these internals were designed for racing, pushing the limits without concern for longevity. This lack of efficiency is evident in Formula One teams changing engines during the season, a common practice mirrored in the maintenance of these heritage cars. Another option, considerably more affordable, involves purchasing a show car from places like Formula One Authentics. These are full-scale replicas of real Formula One cars. While they replicate the appearance of the originals and come at a fraction of the price, they are solely intended for display purposes. Essentially, they are copies of the original chassis without any internal components. The cost for a basic non-race-winning replica can start at around $70,000. However, for something like the 1000 GP Special Edition from Ferrari, featuring signatures of drivers like Leclerc and Vettel, the price goes up to $800,000. It's worth noting that these replicas are static and cannot be driven. However, there exists a third option that combines the advantages of both previously mentioned choices. James Densley, the Chief Technical Director of Tour de Force, specializes in private ownership of Formula One cars without the need for an extensive team of mechanics every time you hit the track. Unlike mere knockoff versions, Tour de Force takes authentic race-driven chassis from Formula One and reworks the internals for longevity while preserving performance. These bespoke conversions are tailored to fit you perfectly, eliminating the discomfort of squeezing into a seat designed for someone else. Moreover, you can seamlessly control the car from the cockpit. And with a dedicated team comprised of Formula One veterans working on your customized F1 car, you can be assured that these vehicles deliver unmatched performance. James Densley's journey into the world of Formula One follows a familiar path shared by many. He began his racing career as a child, but eventually faced budget constraints, prompting him to transition into working with tools. Climbing through the ranks of junior formulas, he eventually found himself in Formula One, collaborating with Mercedes-AMG Petronas. However, after his tenure there, he redirected his focus to his current endeavor. At Tour de Force, he and his team have undertaken the task of simplifying modern-era chassis, replacing complex components with user-friendly powertrains that maintain comparable horsepower. This modification aims to enhance the car's manageability and accessibility for private ownership. From the perspective of potential buyers approaching Tour de Force, most already have a clear idea of what they desire. Densley's team assists in procuring suitable cars, considering factors like desired characteristics and driving feel. The process involves meticulous steps, including 3D scanning of chassis, engine selection, and SAD-based construction, all tailored to meet the buyer's specifications. While certain components, such as the steering column, have been replaced for improved functionality, others, like Pirelli tires, remain consistent with typical Formula One standards. They maintain a strong partnership with Pirelli, collaborating closely to ensure timely delivery of customized tires to their clients. These tires possess slight variations, allowing them to run without the need for tire blankets, a significant advantage particularly when managing a car without a team. Blankets can be cumbersome, especially during busy days with frequent garage visits. The cars are equipped with a turbo engine that generates the same horsepower as standard, but with a service interval extended to 3,000 kilometers. This adjustment ensures reliable performance while prolonging the car's lifespan. To put it into perspective, Heritage cars typically require an engine rebuild after around 400 kilometers if still in original condition. In contrast, these modified cars can run for over 3,000 kilometers, offering significantly extended usage before maintenance is required. The rear end of the car, starting from the 2/3 point onwards, features components designed and developed by their team, excluding the aero devices. While most clients don't necessarily benefit from these devices as they're not aiming to overtake others, they do offer different options, such as a Monza version for the rear wing or a high downforce Monaco variant. Regarding the interior, this car is equipped with the V1 shakedown steering wheel, primarily used for development purposes. It includes features like an overboost function, given the car's turbocharged nature, with various map settings available for adjustment. Additionally, there are hand-operated clutches and paddle shifters for gear changes, a setup that may take some getting used to for clients. The cockpit layout is relatively conventional for an F1 car, albeit with some simplifications to reduce complexity. The main switch box on one side of the cockpit allows the driver to control essential functions such as switching between different power modes and activating systems like the rain light, gearbox, and fire extinguisher. On the other side, there are switches for adjusting brake bias and other crucial settings. Moving to the front end, most components apart from internal elements remain original to the car. This includes the full original carbon suspension and brake drums, although the aerodynamic enhancements and developed brake discs help alleviate the need for strict temperature management. All components undergo a thorough non-destructive testing process similar to those used in Formula One, ensuring their reliability and longevity. Despite being the more delicate end of the car, everything is proven to withstand the expected mileage without compromise. The pedals in the car maintain essentially the same specifications as they were originally designed. Constructed from aluminum and titanium instead of carbon, they offer enhanced durability and longevity. This area is entirely dependent on the driver, as each buyer can fully customize the pedals to suit their preferences. Adjustments can be made in terms of size, width, and positioning of the pedal pads to accommodate different foot sizes and positions. However, one challenge we encounter is accommodating drivers of varying heights, as larger feet may not fit comfortably. This aspect of the car, although often overlooked, is intricately tailored to each driver's needs and preferences. Unlike conventional molds, they utilize full 3D scans from inside the chassis to build seats that conform to the human body shape. This ensures a comfortable and secure fit within the shell, providing ample room for drivers who may not have the petite stature of current Formula One drivers. Moreover, the coverings of the seats can be customized according to individual preferences, allowing for a personalized touch. Ultimately, each seat is molded to suit the specific requirements of every driver, ensuring both comfort and functionality on the track. While building the car marks a significant milestone, for most private sellers and auctions, it typically concludes the process. However, with TDF1, the journey extends further into a comprehensive rig and simulation testing phase. This involves taking the car to a local track for a full private session, conducting thorough shakedown tests to ensure its proper functioning, and executing a detailed setup program. They collaborate with a partner to conduct rig tests, ensuring that the car operates within the same aerodynamic parameters as originally designed. Although they strive to maintain the car within its original performance window, adjustments are necessary, primarily concerning tires. While they still utilize Pirelli tires, they differ slightly from those used during the car's racing days. Therefore, compensations must be made, such as slight changes in camber and ride heights, to optimize usability for the end user. The goal is to make the car more user-friendly, allowing owners to enjoy driving without worrying about pushing the vehicle to its limits. Although the aerodynamics contribute significantly to the car's overall grip, they also present challenges due to their peaky nature. However, through the program, they guide owners to acclimate to the car's performance gradually. In essence, these cars are unparalleled and leave a lasting impression on anyone who experiences them. That wraps up the TDF1 program, and I'm sure many of you are wondering the same thing. How much does it cost? Well, for a TDF1 in its basic configuration, prices start at $850,000. However, every aspect of the car is customizable, so you can really let your imagination run wild. On the heritage side, prices vary depending on factors like the car's history, originality, and the extent of restoration required. If you happen to be in the market for a Formula One car, now you know who to reach out to. I hope you found it interesting. If you want to learn more about them, check out the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing by clicking the button in the middle. For more of my videos, you can check out the ones on the left. Thanks again for watching.